Welcome back to Finding Quality Elder Care 5-Minute Tips. Today's segment is really about transparency. I like to address the elephant in the room. I'm not going to sugarcoat anything. I'm going to give you realistic expectation. Did someone say expectation? We all know what expectations are. They are an element in the path of disappointment. If your expectations are super high and reality is somewhere under that, you're going to be disappointed. How and why am I relating this on your path to elder care? Simply put, most people's expectations are definitely misaligned, and therefore you can become a victim of disappointment rather quickly. So what I'm here to do is not tell you to become a pessimist, but rather to recalibrate your expectations so that you and your loved one will be successful. And in the previous segment, I talk about that a little bit in the sense that if you do your research early on, you're less likely to be disappointed. So, will this be a burden? Yeah, it will be a burden. You will be burdened with having to do the research and finding the right quality care for your loved one. You'll be burdened with a whole host of other things along that journey. So if you set your capacity level for enduring that burden, then you'll alleviate some of that disappointment. In other words, I'm saying, get your big boy pants on and be prepared, because it's not an easy journey. And I think down deep, most people understand that, which is why they avoid it at all costs and see it more as an event rather than a process. Well, I'm here to tell you, surprise, aging's a process, and so is finding quality elder care. Now, the first thing you need to do in using a term that's very popular now is flatten that curve. You need to flatten the curve of understanding what's out there, to understand terminology. And a lot of this takes time. So you need to do that immediately. Start to familiarize yourself with how the field works and what opportunities exist for your loved one. What are the offerings? What are the price ranges? What are the different levels of care? All the different environments. Now, once you decide that it's time for your loved one to move into a level of care outside of their home, you need to also brace yourself for reluctance. And in our next segment, we're going to tackle that big time when we talk about conflict. But now what I'm asking you to do is an exercise to write down all of the things that you expect from this journey. Is the government going to cover this, Medicare and Medi-Cal? Probably not. Is my loved one going to be accepting of this move? Are they going to run through the doors of that assisted living with their arms raised above their head saying, hallelujah, I've made it, I'm here, and I'm excited? If that's your expectation, guess what? That will likely end in disappointment. Oh, well, it's only going to be a couple $1,000s a month max. That's an expectation, not likely going to be deliverable. So what I'm doing is I'm challenging you. Make a list of the things that you're expecting, and then circle back and look at it objectively as you're going down the list of finding reality to those expectations. And to damper that potential for disappointment, I need you to keep it in the back of your mind that it's your job to stop that disappointment. It's nobody else's. And what it takes is setting your expectations at a reasonable level. And in this process, you're not alone, and you know that. So you've got the burden of creating expectations also for your loved one. I know this isn't easy, and I know it shouldn't be done alone. And you're not alone. I'm here to help you and guide you. So let's get on that path to setting expectations appropriately so that we can decrease your level of disappointment.